start off with some breathing, some pranayama. So wherever you want to be, find a comfortable way to breathe and focus. Start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. And as you do this, you'll be slowing down your breath. So you may notice at first it takes some focus because we don't necessarily move through life breathing freely. There's a lot of tension that happens. And can you start to make your inhales and your exhales equal? So of equal length, matching the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. And this doesn't have to be precise. You can kind of just find a rhythm. Long, deep inhales and slow, full exhales. See if you can fall into a pattern of breathing here. One that doesn't feel forced. Try to keep it soft and as natural as possible. And then as you're breathing, start to notice at the top of the inhale, when your breath turns around and becomes an exhale, there's that little pause that happens. And the same thing at the bottom of your breath, the exhale pauses, turns around and becomes an inhale. And just notice the natural pause that happens there. Picture a swimmer swimming laps. They push off. Maybe this is the inhale. They get to the opposite side. They flip around and then they push off again. So they're creating this long movement. And then the pause with the turnaround. Your breath is a little bit like that. And you could also think of it in terms of buoyancy. Can you find some sort of buoyancy as you're doing this? A feeling of lightness. And you might also think of that as making a shape. So if you look at my hands on the inhale, there's this movement up, and then it turns around, creating sort of a rounded edge, and then exhale, moving down, and that turns around, creating kind of a rounded edge. The inhale, the exhale, and the turnaround create this sort of rounded cycle. And it's kind of an elongated thing. What would happen if you try to slow down that pause that happens between the inhale and the exhale, between the exhale and the inhale, without forcing anything, keeping it soft and aiming to keep it feeling natural. So just slowing down that pause, making that turnaround take a little longer. Maybe the shape of the breath then becomes more round. And if it would help you to kind of visualize this and feel it, you might try moving your arms and the elbows, just moving your forearms around. As you inhale, drawing your arms up a little bit, turning your palms over. That pause, drawing them down during the exhale, and then slowly flipping them back over so palms are up during that pause, continuing like that. And these little pauses during the turnaround of the breath are referred to as kumbhaka and can be drawn out longer as a type of breath retention. And rather than thinking of it as holding your breath as it creates a longer space, can you think of it as just that kind of buoyant turnaround? So you may be thinking of this breath as drawing this rounded shape. And if this particular movement with your arms is a little weird for you, you can try any gesture at all. Part of syncing breath with movement is in a contemplative practice like yoga, it helps us focus a little more, become a little more calm and regulated, potentially. It has the potential to do that. So if it's not doing that for you, you can skip it or change it. You can take your time returning to your natural breath.